What's that, guys?
Hello, my name is Levi Stoll. I am 21 years old and I'm a senior at LCS. And today I'll be discussing promoting inclusion and equity through communication for my final persuasive speech for Column 101. I'm going to have a handout with an outline for each person. Thanks, sir. Study this topic through Understanding Human Communications by Robert Adler and finishing chapters 1 through 13 in Column 101. Imagine walking into a room where no one looks like you, speaks like you, or shares your background. You try to join the conversation, but words used, even the tone, make you feel like an outsider. That's the power of mindful communication. Today, I want to persuade you that inclusive communication isn't just polite, it's essential. It fosters equality, reduces biases, and creates environments where everyone can thrive. My key points today will be why inclusion matters, how communication promotes equity, and practical strategies for inclusive dialogue. Let's begin with the why. Why inclusion matters. Inclusion is more than a buzzword. It's a foundation for fairness, innovation, and human dignity. The definition of inclusion is the act of including, according to the Merriam-Webster Dictionary. Having inclusive groups of people at work and in school can increase performance through creativity, decision-making, and problem solving. Being able to welcome each other, to share ideas, and being able to work their opinions can open the door for bigger and better things. When people feel disregarded or not included in a group, a person may feel alone or excluded and less likely to give it their all because they feel less important to the company or the group. Being open and inviting, communicating, validating everyone is important for group success. Being able to break down obstacles and meet everyone's needs is important for someone to fully participate. 2. How communication promotes equity. Equity communication is a form of communication that puts community first and it's put together by small groups or partnerships that put their expertise to meet a goal together and communicate equally. Whereas there's an older traditional way of communicating through only a few select target audiences. Equity versus equality. Equality gives everyone the same opportunity as the last. There's no custom help for the person. There's no going out of the way for that person. But it's equal chance for everyone to get the same thing. Equity is about giving everyone what is necessary to succeed in their unique situation. Custom, helping them. The traditional approach to communication is going from the top down, which tends to help people with wealth and resources. It creates groups that exclude people, forms cliques, and segregates people to communicate just with that group. 3. I'm actually going to go into a video.
Making spoken and written communication inclusive helps everyone feel welcomed and valued. Meeting someone you don't know and who is seen as an expert can be intimidating. Putting them at ease as soon as possible will help start your engagement right. Where do you begin? Always introduce yourself. Keep your language gender neutral. For example, when welcoming an audience, instead of "welcome ladies and gentlemen," say "welcome everyone." Use family inclusive language when you don't know the relationship between a group of people. It helps us not to make assumptions. For example, Instead of parents, mum or dad, use grown-up, adults, or caregiver. Use terms such as dad, mum, daughter, and son where relationships are known. Jargon is useful shorthand when communicating with colleagues. However, it can lead to confusion, misunderstandings, and feelings of exclusion for others. Abbreviations, words with double meanings or different meanings to different groups also need consideration. For example, protein. Is it a piece of chicken or the building blocks of life? Is a cell a jail cell or the smallest functional unit of a living thing? And drugs. People often imagine illegal drugs rather than ones that help. Say medicines instead. Many of our scientists research diseases. Use person-first language when talking about people with a disease. This centers the person instead of the disease. Using terms such as suffers from is not appropriate. Use neutral language that states the facts. However, if you are referring to a specific individual, they may have their own preferences, so ask them.
So that was a good example of some strategies to use when you're in day-to-day. 3, practical strategies. For inclusive dialogue, some tips for practical strategies include meaningful participation by inviting others into your conversation, investing into others, commit to more representation, not just committing to current employees, but to new employees. Be intentional with the way you communicate. Building inclusive work culture can take time. Open to respectful communication and be inviting. Keep evolving, putting effort into teaching yourself new things. Here's some more. 1, use inclusive language. Say everyone instead of you guys. Avoid assumptions about gender or culture or ability or he or she, try, and they. Instead of crazy idea, say unexpected idea. 2, validate diverse perspectives. Acknowledge different lived experiences without judgment. Say, that's a valuable point, or I hadn't considered that. This opens the door for deeper dialogue. 3, ask open-ended questions. Instead of do you agree, try what are your thoughts. This invites reflection and shows genuine interest. 4, be mindful of tone and body language. Smile, make eye contact, and avoid sarcasm for dismissiveness. Your nonverbal cues speak volumes. 5, adapt to your audience. In professional setting, dress respectfully and speak clearly in casual settings. Be warm and approachable, but still inclusive. In conclusion, I've gone over why inclusion matters, how communication promotes equity, and practical strategies for inclusive dialogue. Inclusion isn't just a concept that doesn't work or can do as they want. It's a commitment to making everyone around you feel seen, heard, and valued. Because communication isn't just about talking, it's about connecting, and when we communicate with inclusion and equity, we build bridges that everyone can walk across. Thank you.